Welcome to Electronica. Delighted to be joined by Rowan, who is the President and CEO of a company called Junkosha. I say President and CEO of Europe and Americas, basically. So nice to meet you, Ro.
Thanks, Trevor. Nice to speak to you.
Yeah. Now, tell us a little bit about Junkosha, because it's a Japanese company. It's been around for a long time, but it seems to have been sort of hidden under the bushes somewhat.
Absolutely, that's a really great characterization of us. We've been around 65 years, Japanese company, deep roots in PTFE and fluoropolymers, precision engineering as you would expect from a lot of Japanese companies with high quality. But we had a relationship with Gore-Tex for 40 years, went our separate ways 2009, and so that was as much an opportunity as anything for Junkosha to invest in their own future and to be masters of their own destiny. And we incorporated Junkosha USA 2014. And the more we get exposed to industry, who get exposed to our technology in turn, the more things are starting to kind of feed on themselves. And the semiconductor industry is just one that we're targeting, and our business is growing quite dramatically.
Great. So, I mean, as you said, you're into a number of different industries, but the one that you've got a lot of real depth of expertise in is with using the PTFE products.
Exactly.
An example of which I hold in my hand here. But these are the ones that you get, for example, in ribbon cables that you get inside machines that are using XY gantries, that type of thing.
Exactly. That's it. And PTFE's got some incredible features. An expanded PTFE, that Bob Gore invented back in 1969, has got an amazing amount of applications that have been built around the unique attributes of that material. And so, we're active in the medical industry, we're active in environmental, and semiconductor test, telecom. That's definitely an area that we're focusing on with this artifact you've got in your hands there.
So, I mean, one of the things, though, we have as a big problem in the electronics manufacturing industry is voiding. Voiding is caused by outgassing, but it's also something that you have a big issue with. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, outgassing is not desirable in semiconductor test and semiconductor manufacture. And so what we've been forced to do is, if you look at this kind of construct, it is all, PTFE is the biggest mass associated with it. And so if there is any outgassing in that material, in the PTFE, that's going to be the biggest contributor to the overall net outgassing level. So what we've done is we've tapped into this deep knowledge we've got of expanded PTFE, and we've introduced some proprietary processing in there to really reduce that outgassing level quite significantly. So, in certain parts, we've reduced it by up to a couple of orders of magnitude over what's out there right now. Okay. And but the difficult part is that we're using our own test equipment. We're doing a relative testing of one construct relative to the other, which is you can't argue with that. Right. But what we don't have is read across of competitors X, Y, Z, and how they stack up, because there really isn't a kind of standard or standardization in the industry for measuring outgassing.
Well, it stands to reason, if you're having the issue, then your competitors are having it too.
Indeed. And, at the end of the day, I think we should all be in it to try to help the end user and the customer. Right. And I think there's an element of this that, is definitely going to be value added for the end user, since they would be able to look more objectively at the various candidate materials and candidate companies. And so, part of part of why I'm glad we're having this chat is to, put a call out there. Is there value in getting any kind of standardization so that it helps us to be easy to business with, and the ultimate person at the end of the value chain to make informed decisions.
Right. And I mean, it stands to reason that there should be a requirement for it, because you're driving the problem out of the ribbon cable before it gets into the production process. Absolutely. Because what's happening at the moment is it's getting into the process and then it's been inspected after the event.
Yeah, and you know, I think, and we've certainly been more successful in the Japanese semiconductor industry than the European US, though obviously we hope that's going to change dramatically going forward. But you know, I'm pretty sure that what you're going to find is that a lot of the OEMs maybe have their own form of testing and their own form of qualification and their own way of filtering out what's good and what's bad. But I think if there was something was a bit more standardized, it would help everybody in the up and down the value chain, you know.
So who are you looking at to help with your standardization? You look at SEMI.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you look around here and there's obviously people who, you know, when you say to them, well, look, I've got the, you know, a super low outgassing cable, who cares? Well, I'm quite sure there's a few people on the floor there that would care. And, you know, even competitors, if you like, because I think at the end of the day, we want to be easier to do business with, and we want to try and help the industry and our customers. Right. So really, is you know, it's requiring some kind of cooperation and some kind of collaboration with other people up and down the value chain, and even at the same level in the value chain. So, you know, we hope that, you know, we're issuing these results, that it will kind of galvanize some form of activity, so that it actually gets the, you know, it gets the question raised in you know, with our customers, with our competitors, and you know, maybe something will come as a consequence of it, you know.
Right. Well, it makes an awful lot of sense to me, Joe, and I really hope you do manage to get some momentum here, and you know, work towards a standard to try and solve this issue.
Trevor, I really appreciate your time. Thanks very much.
Thank you.